guys, it's Spider-Man here. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Spider-Man the New Kai Cenat? That's what it's looking like in Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Hey Internet, I'm Chris, and this is the place on the internet where I talk about comics, movies, games, and things I'm generally passionate about. So in about a month, we're going to be getting Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man animated series on Disney+. Now, when this series was initially announced or reported on, it was kind of billed as this prequel to the Spider-Man in the MCU, Tom Holland Spider-Man, which everyone loves, has grossed over $1 billion. They even retroactively redesigned the Spider-Man PS5 character model to look more like Tom Holland. So you know that version of the character is popular. But as we've learned more about the series, it looks like it's a completely new take. And the new piece of news we found out recently in Thanksgiving, which is a weird place to find this out, is that Spider-Man will be a streamer in the new series. Now, it kind of makes sense if you're modernizing the mythos of Spider-Man. And if you think about it, you know, before he was taking pictures of himself and selling it to JJ. So it makes sense that he would monetize it in some way and be a streamer himself. But to be completely honest, with these kind of updates, it's always weird, and I think in the long run actually makes these things feel more dated. So I think in probably 10, 15 years, people are going to be like, what's a streamer? That's weird. And I don't know. The more we find out about the series, the less I'm excited about it. At first, I'm like, oh, that would be pretty cool to see, you know, a year one type Spider-Man story. And then you see sort of the designs, which were like, oh, like why are there so many Spider-Man costumes in this series? Because you're like, well, if he's just starting out, why does he need these many costumes, and who is he fighting that he needs these costumes? And then you look at the cast of characters, you're like, oh, like Daredevil's in it, you know, which is cool. You know, I love Charlie Cox as Daredevil, so that's a cool thing. You know, Doctor Strange, there's just so Amadeus Cho, which is a nice addition. And then you have the Osborns in it, which, you know, finally they've been race swapped because Norman has had strong waves for years, and I think, and we can all get on board with Norman and Harry being black, because for the longest, again, they had waves. So I am down for that. But again, this series has a lot of potential to either be really good or really bad. Part of sort of, I think what's really weighing the show down is how good X-Men 97 was. And being that series was so good, and it also featured a scene with Spider-Man of that animated universe. So people are clamoring for a Spider-Man 98 series. So there's a lot more pressure on this to be good. And the last time we really got a fantastic animated series featuring Spider-Man was the Spectacular Spider-Man with Josh Keaton. It's something that people really fawn over and still go back to in a lot of ways. But, you know, based on the designs, it doesn't seem like Disney's like too enthusiastic about it, but also like they're not doing a good job of promoting it, and its animation, so it's a weird thing, and it also doesn't tie to the MCU in any significant way. So I think it's a hard thing to market, which is why they had to market it during the Thanksgiving parade, which was awesome because Spider-Man returned as a float, and we got that classic John Romita Sr. design as a float, so that's awesome. I'm just in a place where I see some of the newer materials, the animation looks weird, but I don't even want to give it too much flack for that, because the reality is, like, X-Men 97, which was fantastic, from its trailers and some of its early looks, looked kind of flat. And it was one of the best animated things I've ever seen, frankly. So I'm hoping we get the same with Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, that it's able to create something new, and hopefully something new for kids, because as good as X-Men 97 was, that was for us, you know, that's for people my age. Like, you know, you want newer generations to have their own versions of characters. So hopefully this is closer to Spectacular Spider-Man and less like Ultimate Spider-Man. But what do you think? Are you excited for Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.